love going nowhere. So, first off, I want to tell you guys a little bit of sharing about a movie which I just completed. It's not a movie; it's a series. It's a series on Netflix, and in this series is called The Queen's Gambit. So, some of you who have watched that series, please comment and type in, have you watched The Queen's Gambit? So, The Queen's Gambit is about the story of this young girl who is a chess prodigy. In fact, she's a genius when it comes to chess. She started to learn how to play chess from a janitor at her orphanage. So she was abandoned, or rather, her parents died at a young age. So she ended up in being an orphan, and as she grew up, she started to really excel in chess to the point where she started to win championships, and she subsists herself purely from chess, the winnings from chess competitions. Now, throughout this whole series, there are guys who are after her because these guys, they love, or rather, she's really pretty. Now, there are two men who are totally infatuated by her, but they went about it in various different ways. And you can see as the series progressing, people, or rather men, try to teach her things because they felt the need to prove their masculinity. They felt the need to prove their superiority, and in many many different ways. Whenever they have an opportunity to showcase what they got, they would try to do it for her. Now, from the main character's perspective, she was someone who felt abandoned from a young age, has a lot of rage, and truth be told, she just wanted attention, or in other words, she just wanted love. And so far, based on my personal analysis of it, is that she needed love, and chess was both an escape piece as escapism, as well as a way for people to pay attention to her, because when she plays against an opponent, the opponent is pays attention to her, and when she wins competition, there's all these celebrations surrounding her. But there is a bit of a side of her that kind of rejects all of that because she don't feel worthy on the inside. Now, I may be projecting, but this is my read of the entire situation. So, coming back to why I love going nowhere, you see, these guys, what they don't understand is that she is looking for love. She is looking for people who can appreciate her for who she is instead of her chess. And likewise for her, she don't. What she need to realize is that she doesn't need to prove anything in order to win love. But both these parties, there's this dynamic of her constantly wanting to get recognition, constantly wanting to get to the next level and next level, next level, not realizing that what got her this far is her love of chess. And if she just pay attention, there are so many people around her who is so supportive and who is so ready to give her love. In fact, in the season finale, I think there's only going to be one season. I don't think there's going to be multiple seasons. But in the series finale, she went on a downward spiral after losing a competition. And after she lost the competition, she started being a really big, like really down, rock bottom down, drug abuse, alcoholism, the works, everything, pushing people away all over. And it wasn't until she revisited her orphanage that she discovered that the janitor who taught her chess, who she thought has forgotten about her, who she have completely forgotten, that janitor dedicated a shrine to her, like unconditionally, tracking her wins, tracking her victories. In fact, he kept a letter that was written by her young self asking to borrow $10 so that she can join a chess competition. And she witnessed a complete and unconditional love given by a complete and total stranger. And she broke down at that point in time because she realize that all along, this illusion that she is not worthy, that she's not loved unless she gives something in return, that love is a transaction, it's an illusion. And she broke down. And that was exactly what got her out of this downward rock bottom spiral. So amazing story. And the men around her constantly looking, constantly vying to prove their worth, to prove what they got, when none of that is necessary. And that is the point, that is the key for me. Because how often in our life are we so busy and caught up in going somewhere? How often is it are we taking pride to being busy, getting our schedule filled up, going somewhere, right? If it is not a physical location, then it is an abstract imaginary location. I want to climb the corporate ladder. I want to be where I want to be. I want to be speaking in front of thousands of people, amazing public speaking stages. I want to do well in my business. I want to gain recognition, reward. I want to have a fantastic family life. I want to have this. I want to have that. So what do? We get very busy. And as we get busy, we stop paying attention. Psychologists calls this the reticular activating system. And NLP practitioners love using this in their presentation. And the exercise goes that they ask you to close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes, close your eyes. Now think about all of the things that you remember in your room that is blue in color. Blue in color. Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. And then they'll ask you to open your eyes, and now they ask you to look for everything which is red in color. Oh, I got it the other way around. Sorry. They ask you to look around your room for blue in color, and when they ask you to close your eyes, and then they ask you to tell me what are things which is red in color, and you realize that you can't remember any because you were looking for blue. So our subconscious mind, our mind is such a powerful thing, but how many of us actually know how to use our mind? Because the moment you recognize something that you want, your mind will automatically pay attention to anything at all that will help you get there. But because our mind is so busy planning, so busy doing, so busy taking action, we believe that we need to work very, very hard, not knowing that the moment we say we want something, the moment I say I want something, I already proven to myself that I don't have it. Yes or no? If I say I want love, I am saying that I don't have love. The moment I say I want a better house, a better car, I'm saying I don't have any of that. It is not mine. But is that really true? That is not true at all. Just because you don't experience something, it doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that it is not yours. Just as how right now, when you're listening to me, maybe you're listening to me from your room. Maybe you're listening to me from somewhere else. If you're not, unless you're on your car, if you're not in your car, just because you're not experiencing your car, it does not mean that the car is not yours. And all you have to do in order for you to experience your car is to simply take the necessary steps. Pay attention. What is the path? What is the direction to get to your car so that you can experience your car? It doesn't mean that it is not yours. But what stops us from doing so is because we are so clouded by all this noise that we have in our mind, right? We are so clouded by our insecurities, our shame, our guilt, our deservedness. We are so clouded by our illusion of helplessness, of how we don't think we can do it, of our fears and grievances, of our lust, distractions, that is blocking us from realizing what we truly, truly want. That is a problem. That is the problem. So nowhere, going nowhere, and you break it down, can also be called now here. Now here. I am now here. I'm now here with you. Are you now here with me? Am I simply a voice that is speaking to your earphones or your through your phone as you go about doing your busy things? Or are you now here with me? How often is it that we are now here with somebody? That is a thought, I think, for all of us to think about. Whatever it is that we are lacking of, whatever it is that we are scarce about in life, is it possible that all of that has always been here all along? And that in our busyness, in our belief systems, belief systems is a long form for BS. Has all of the things that we are, that we want, so-called want, could it be that it's already been ours all along? And all we need to do is just take the necessary steps to experience it once again. And I shall leave you guys with that thought for tonight. This whole Queen's Gambit Netflix series has certainly brought a lot of powerful, profound experience for me. As I was sharing it today with a couple of my friends, as I was sharing it to one of my friends, I couldn't help myself. I teared up. It was very powerful for me. Paying attention, the profoundness of our attention creates the profoundness of our experience. So with that being said, I wish you guys to have an evening of profound attention, of going now here, going nowhere with the people who you love, the people who love you, and simply just paying attention without any choice, without having any intentions or agenda. And may you guys, may all of us experience life in a more profound way. So with that being said, I shall see you guys tomorrow morning, 6:45 a.m. for another Facebook Live session. Do tune in. I will share something more tomorrow morning. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay true.